It takes about a second or two to integrate with, there we are. We're now live. Hello, folks. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Zoom. Again, we thank you for joining us this evening. My name is David Rutz, and as I said a moment ago, I'll be doing tonight's presentation. I happen to also be the founder of David Allen Capital, and it's my honor to do tonight's presentation. I don't do them all. This coming Thursday, we're going to do another one. It'll be our last weekly presentation for a while, and that'll be done by two of our brokers and one corporate personnel as well. And that'll be McGuire and Nick will be doing Thursday night's presentation. It'll be the last weekly presentation for a while. So I'm glad you're here. With that said, someone invited you out this evening to learn more about the broker opportunity with DAC. What is this all about? What type of business funding do we do? What kind of experience do you need? What kind of support do you give? What kind of income can you earn? Who do you help? Why are you needed? Those are the type of things that we cover in this short presentation. So I'm going to go through some slides with you. But whoever invited you, we always encourage they invite people who are ambitious with integrity, maybe have some experience in B2B marketing or dealing with business owners, or at least have the confidence to do that. Because in the beginning, as I start this, just like if someone wanted to be a real estate agent, you'd say, well, you have to be comfortable talking to people about buying or selling homes. And if you're not, you shouldn't be a real estate agent, right? And if you're going to be a doctor, you have to be okay with blood. If you're going to be a surgeon, if you're not, you shouldn't be a doctor or surgeon. Same thing here. If you're not comfortable talking to business owners, or you wouldn't want to help a business owner get access to funds to grow or get through a tight pinch, then we're probably not for you, right? Regardless of how good our business is, how good we've done already, how well we're positioned in the marketplace. There's a lot of great surgery hospitals out there, and not a lot of people want to be surgeons, right? So I say that to begin with because I'm assuming you know a little bit about what we do, and you came because you'd be interested in that. But I want you to know that is really important. So as you watch this presentation, you'll see all the other stuff. If we could show you a presentation over the next 15, 20 minutes that would show you how we've got an answer for businesses who need funds and can't get it at their bank. Not only do we have an answer, we have the best answer, and we guarantee that best answer, or we'll give the client 500 bucks. And we've got a broker opportunity for you with full training, full certification, full support, and you don't have to invest money. You just have to invest your time, not just to start, but forever. We've never charged a broker a dime in our 10-year history. So if we could show you that, and then we showed you training on how to make it happen, and all you had to do then is connect the dots, find businesses who need capital to grow or get through a tight pinch, connect them with our funding platform where we find them the best funding offer, and our funding experts talk to your clients for you. If that were all true, then would this be a great opportunity for you? Well, it would be. Whether it's for you or not, you get to decide that, right? We know what we have is a great business, but we also know we're not for everyone. That's why I start the presentation with this disclaimer, because I've not seen anyone make it in our business who wasn't comfortable communicating, unless they're really good with videos, right? And did some social marketing. But for the most part, you got to be willing to talk about our services. And we're looking for people with experience with that, or at least ambition to do that. So with that, I can go through everything else pretty quick now that I've covered pretty much gave the whole presentation there on who we are, what we do, and where we're positioned. But let me go through some slides with y'all so that you can see what we've got. And tell me, team, you got our first slide, business loan broker?
We can, yep.
All right, thank you, McGuire. Appreciate it. Well, that's what we are, team. We're funding the front line of capitalism, where you can serve business owners, build an agency, and get paid to do both, get paid well. It's a big opportunity to help business owners, and you can scale your business nationwide. Why? Businesses all over America need funding. The banks say no to most of them. You're going to see why in a minute. Our platform delivers for most of them. You can earn fast commission while helping them, and your business is scalable. You make a nationwide impact. There's no license required. However, we give you a certification, and that is required. It takes about 3 hours of training. Zero cost to you to launch. Paid fast. We have daily commissions, scalable team income potential, and you can build this remotely anywhere, flexible from your home. You and a growing agency can build a valuable income source. Call it like a money machine, right? Example, you help a business get 80 grand, you make about $3,200. If you decided to refer other brokers and they did the same, you would earn about 320 as they're earning 3,200. I mean, you do the math. Just like real estate brokers end up having a lot of real estate agents, and the broker makes money off every home sold. We do the same thing here. We allow you to make money off every funding happening from any agents you may happen to recruit. You don't have to, but you can. What does a DAC broker actually do? Well, as I already said, you connect the dots. You find and identify businesses who have growth ideas or capital pinches. You connect them to our online funding platform. Our experts take over, finding them the best offer. They get an offer usually within one business day, and you earn the day after we are when they're usually funded a day or two later. As fast as next day, but it's really up to them. Now, some people, when they hear about business loans, they get scared because a lot of people have had debt problems. And I was one of those people. I had debt problems. My 20-year-old's asking me about credit cards, and I told her about the mistakes I made when I was 20, getting credit cards and going in debt to go on ski trips and buy skis and three-wheelers and all kinds of things. Money as a debt is bad. Money as a debt is bad. We're not offering debt. We're offering leverage. Leverage is a tool. Leverage is when you take money to grow the money. You take money to get through a pinch to keep you operating, help a business profit more. Example, you want to expand locations, or you want to take inventory discounts, or add equipment to your ice cream shop so you can sell blizzards as well as scooped ice cream, or sell some swag, or maybe you got to remodel your store so you can charge premium pricing because your place is getting a little dated, or you want to double your crew so you can say yes to some more work, or maybe you got to expand your seating at your restaurant because you got a line out the door, right? Maybe you're a construction company and you're getting not job offers, but they don't pay you till the work's done. And you need to say yes to those jobs or else you can't do revenue. And you can, we get you the money. But not all leverage is growth. Some leverage is just a tool to get you across the bridge, right? A bridge to get you across the broken dam. So maybe you're about to get evicted on your restaurant and you got to pay rent, catch up 6 months. Or maybe your truck broke down and you can't generate revenue with a broken truck, or you got behind on payroll, or you're behind on inventory, or you got a tax issue or an audit issue or a legal issue. Whatever causes a pinch, you got a good business, but it's in a pinch. And you don't have the capital or the cash flow to cover the pinch. We get you through the pinch. So that's the purpose of our funding. Now, why business funding? Well, because millions of businesses cannot get funding from their bank. There's over 30 million businesses in America. 27 are not bank eligible. And you know what? Most of those businesses are going to fail. And why do they fail? Well, you can be the difference between them growing or closing. Why? Because their number one reason they say for failure is lack of access to funding. They can't get capital. But you say, well, wait a minute, isn't that what the bank's for? Well, it's actually, you're going to see it's what you're for. It's what we're for, because the banks can only help about 10% of them. Banks are great for 10% of the businesses out there, but 90% cannot get qualified. Why are so many rejected? Is it FICO score? Nope. Is it relationships? Nope. Is it where they went to college? Nope. What if they went to Harvard and they got a 900 credit score? They're still not bank eligible. Sorry. Why? Here's why. Most businesses are not bank eligible because they must put up business collateral. Do they own that restaurant building they're in? Nope. Okay, then what do you have as collateral? Your home, does that have a mortgage on it? It's a personal asset, by the way, not your own. It's not the businesses, it's the owners. They don't have business collateral. Banks require you all have collateral. You can't get a car loan without putting up the car. You can't get a house mortgage without putting up the house. You don't pay, they take your house. What does a business give? They don't have anything to give. So they can't get approved. And if they do have collateral, then they still need 2 years profitable tax returns, a 700 FICO, a business plan that the bank approves, a long, complex application, and a long, complex approval price. Now, if you get it, the good news is you can get some nice terms. You can get a 5-year loan or something, but less than 1 million businesses qualify. We already showed there's 27 million businesses who are going to fail because they can't get access to capital. So a solution had to be started, and there was one started. It's called alternative revenue-based funding, where they give you money against your current sales. So as an example, you don't need collateral now. Now all businesses become eligible because they're all doing revenue. As long as they're not a startup, they're already doing revenue. In the last 3 months, they've done at least $15,000 or more, and their FICO score is 550, and they can use the funds freely, and they can fill out a simple 5-minute app. They can get the funds in one business day. Over 9 million businesses qualify for what you see there. Plus, we have instant funding where there's another 20 million businesses can qualify for our instant funding. That's who we're serving. And alternative capital, you can see how needed it is when 90% of the businesses who can't get capital can get it through this. It's a $300 billion industry last year. It's expected to grow to 380 billion. Some experts say 400 billion by the year 2028. So finally, there's funding that works for the other 90%. Our goal is to capture 1% of this market first. That's $3 billion in funding per year. That's 210 million in broker commissions per year paid out to all of you. Here's the problem with alternative capital. It's a great industry, but there's no one lender best for every business. And there's over 100 providers. Only about 20 of them are great. And even amongst the best 20, there isn't one who's best for every business, because the industry could matter this month, but not next month. Maybe they want a bunch of restaurants this month, but they funded so many of them. Now they want to switch to real estate next, or landscaping the next month. And so it changes month by month. The sales, the time in business, all that changes. So how do you solve for that? If you only have one bank, if they're only applying at one bank, well, we solved it. Just like if you want to go get an airline ticket, you can go just to Delta, but you're only seeing Delta. What if they don't have a flight when you need it? Do you say, oh, I can't fly, they don't have a 9 a.m. flight? No, you go to Travelocity, you look at all the other airlines, right? That's what we did. We formed a funding platform called Bank Breezy. It's an online platform. One application they fill out online. It's simple. All the top funders, the top 20, compete, and they give the best offer quickly to your client. It's a 5-minute app, 20 providers, offer delivered in one day. And just like that image shows there, at 1 o'clock, there's that business with the big green money bag. That was the one that got the best offer. The one at 7 o'clock declined them. The one at 9, 10, 11 o'clock declined them, right? Not everyone's going to approve every business because of the industry and time in business, the state they're in, etc. So you see why it's important for a business to have a platform like this, because they may have applied at 4 places and all 4 declined them, but we get them 4 approvals. Not just approvals, the best approval gets presented. And we get offers quickly, generally about 1 to 2 times their current monthly revenues, what kind of offer they'll get. So in other words, if they're doing 100,000 a month, maybe we can get them 100 to 200 grand tomorrow. What are the rates? Is it expensive? Yeah, any money is expensive, unless you have a good use for it, unless it's leverage, right? But even rates, we don't talk interest rates, we talk dollar amounts, because business owners understand dollar amounts. They know exactly what 20 bucks is. 2% compounded daily, they don't know what that means. Nobody does, unless you're a finance major, right? Even then, you got to have your calculator. So we say, hey, this is simple. It's going to cost you 1.15 to 1.25 what you get. You get 100 grand, you're going to pay back 115 to 125. Now, the first name I see here is Sylvia. Sylvia, if I said to you, I can give you 100 grand and you're going to pay back 115 to 125, what did it cost you? 15 to 25,000. That's what it cost you. Is it worth it? Now you can look at it and go, what am I going to do with this 100 grand? I'm going to expand my restaurant. I'm going to grow my sales by 100,000 a month. Do I mind paying back 25 grand? No. So you say yes. What are you going to do with 100 grand? Nothing. Just put it in the bank and keep it. Well, you got to pay 15 grand to have that money in the bank. Do you really want it? No, say no. So the use of funds matters. To qualify for this, you got to be in business 2 years, 15,000 a month, 680 FICO score. Okay, that's to qualify for the core rate. Now, we always want customers to qualify for core rate because it's the highest approval at the lowest cost. But if someone doesn't qualify because they've only been in business a year, or maybe they got a 550 FICO score and they don't qualify for our core rate, then we move into what's called flex rate. We've got many flex rate providers. In flex rate, the approval amounts are lower, but we present the best offer. Usually they'll get a half to 1 times their monthly revenue. So if they're doing 20,000 a month in sales, maybe they'll get $10,000 to $20,000 offer. Cost of capital is more. Instead of 15 cents to 25 cents per dollar, now it's 26 cents to 50 cents. So now they get 50K, maybe they got to pay back, 60 something to 75 grand. Now you say, well, is it worth it? That's what it boils down to, but it's a lot easier to qualify here, right? 6 months in business, the last 3 months, at least 15,000 a month, 550 FICO score. And now here's the big question. If the benefits outweigh the costs, then you proceed. If the benefits don't outweigh the cost, say no. Now I'm going to ask you, what do you think a $100,000 loan at the bank at 12% interest cost you? Well, you'd have to know how many years, how often is that 12% compounded, right? You have to know a bunch of stuff. Well, what if I told you that 100 grand, you got to pay back 135,000? What does it cost you? 35,000. What did we cost you? 15 to 25. If you qualify for a bank loan, 12% annualized over 5 years is generally you pay back 35 cents for every dollar you get. It's more than our core rate funding. But they give you 5 years to pay it off. We may only give you a 1 or 2 year term, right? So the cost isn't that much crazier, but all money is expensive if you don't have a good opportunity. Now, we don't determine the cost, but we do guarantee to give the best offer. If the offer we provide your client isn't the best offer they can find, we'll give them $500. You can take that to the bank. We've got a 4.6 Trustpilot rating. We're nationwide. You can help clients anywhere in the United States. We're about to celebrate our 10th birthday. We've got experienced leadership. We've launched the Bank Breezy funding platform. It's already served. It's almost 400,000 businesses now. And we have a goal to have 100,000 active brokers. Right now, we have about 6,000. So our goal is ambitious, and we need to scale this up. And we're looking for more people that want to help us. The market's screaming. The timing couldn't be better. It's underserved, it's undersaturated, and it's unbelievable timing. Let's compare it to real estate, which is a great opportunity. There's 4.7 million homes last year to 3 million agents. That means there's only 1.58 homes sold per agent. Still a great opportunity. You just got to be very good because you're competing with a lot of agents. Let's look at funding. Over 9 million businesses, and there's less than 100,000 loan brokers. That means there's over 90 businesses per broker. That's an unbelievable, crazy good opportunity. Plus, there's the other 20 million businesses that are instant business funding qualified, right? So this is unbelievable timing and unbelievable impact because business owners need to know we exist to get the best offer and grow. We give you websites. They're all converted. They're all written for you. You don't have to do any of this. It's a replicated site. The customer goes and fills out the online application for it with Bank Breezy. The Bank Breezy team takes over, presents the offer, funds the deal, does everything, closings, all that. It's all done digitally. You don't have to show up to an open house or closing or anything like that. You connect them to your platform. Then we also give you social posts to share. We give you marketing and training. We give you a certification program to learn the business funding space. We give you videos to share. It's turnkey. It works if you want to work it. See, all business success, every one of our brokers, their success is determined by them, not us. We deliver a great vehicle, but you got to be willing to drive the vehicle. We also have other services real quickly, payment processing, a healthcare product, and then we've got our instant gig funding. But our main focus is right there, business funding. You can learn about the others in our training, but our competitive advantage is what you're looking at right there. Our business funding up to 2 million. It's built for business owners doing 15,000 per month. There's over 9 million businesses right now who need those products. So we're going to talk compensation, but before I do that, you only earn if you fund a client. Now you get paid the day after we do, which could be as fast as next day. And you're only one conversation away from connecting someone to a funding and earning your next payday. And there's no limit of how many you can have. There's a nationwide territory, businesses in any United States. But you still got to do the part of referring and connecting, right? So we'll train you, but you got to do your part. If you can't bring businesses to apply, you're not going to earn any money. But if you can, it can be significant. Every funding equals fast income. We pay you 40 to 80% of our bonus revenue. Bonus revenue is what DAC earns on that funding. The core rate, which is our key product we lead with, the payout's generally 1 to 3% of the funding amount. That's what 40 to 80% means. All right, so you help someone get 200 grand, maybe you'll earn, let's just say 2%, you'll earn about $4,000. Not bad. You help them get 2 grand, you make $4,000. That's similar to a real estate deal, except there's 9 there's 9 million businesses who need the funding, not just 4 million homes being sold, 9 million. And there's not already 3.5 million agents. There's not even 100,000. So you can see giant wide open market. That's the core rate product. Our flex rate product pays a little less. I'm sorry, pays a little more, costs a little more, and pays a little more. On average, you'll make 2 to 5% of the funding. You help someone get 50 grand, well, maybe you make 3%, maybe 1,500 bucks. Okay. We also have residual income on those other services that we mentioned. You get a certain percentage of the revenue every month, and it comes in month over month over month. But our focus is funding. You can get personal production income on bonuses now, which is the funding commissions, residuals later on things like payment processing, healthcare, et cetera. All right. Now we've got great products in those space. We just don't have the competitive advantage. Like we're not any better than anyone else out there because it's a commodity. Phone service is phone service, right? Merchant processing is merchant processing. We can just do it a little bit cheaper than them. So if you've got a client, you can help them. Just like our health share. I mean, health share is health share. We've got a great product. I save a lot of money for my family, but there's a lot of great healthcare products out there. So unless you're a healthcare expert, it's going to be hard to get a lot of customers. Same with merchant processing. But funding, no one can touch us. We got the best offer guarantee. No one can touch us. We got the what? Best offer guarantee. It adds up fast. So your income isn't limited in your own clients, but it's also not limited just to you. You can refer other brokers if you want. Much like I mentioned earlier today, a real estate broker recruits a bunch of agents, licensed agents, and gets paid off every home sold. We allow you to do the same thing. We're going to pay you 10 to 50% of any of your personally enrolled broker's income. So you help this broker here get started. They help $100,000 funding. Let's say there's 8,000 bonus revenue. What do they make minimum? 40%. That's $3,200 they make. Well, you for enrolling them, we pay you 10%. We do. It doesn't come from their 3,200 that they earn. We pay you that 10 to 50%. So we're going to pay you 320 bucks. Well, what if you got a 50% override? Then you'd be making 1,600. Think you're getting paid on every broker's sales for life because you do. Just like the real estate broker gets paid off every real estate agent homes sold, you get paid off every funding acquired. Let's say these are all brokers you personally enrolled and that's their income this year. Not per funding, but per year. Let's say they earn that. Houston, you make zero. They didn't earn any money, so you make zero. But on all the other ones, you make 10% minimum. So, you can go through there and start doing the math of what's 10%. Just take a zero off every one of those. And you're making some nice cash. It ends up being, in this example here, at 10%, you end up making 60,000 bucks on their 600,000 in income. They made 600 grand between them all. You make 10% of that, 60 grand. What if you're at the 50% override? You make 300 grand. So very lucrative. That's why real estate brokers get wealthy while agents can get rich. The agents all work for brokers. The brokers get paid on every home. Here we allow you to be the broker and build a broker team. And it can multiply from there because we give your brokers the same opportunity. This is really an agency. And we just move you up levels of income as your agency grows. Well, you have to qualify for it, and you can earn overrides on all your brokers in your team. So as they're building their own teams, their own agencies, if you will, when anyone in your agency earns a bonus by helping someone get a funding, you get override. You get a little piece. You got to qualify for it. You'll learn about that in training, but you can earn on all of it. So it stacks up personal commissions, agency commissions for people you personally enroll, and an overriding network you earn. So your income grows through personal production, broker development, and then the ever expanding agency network. It's scalable impact. Yes, it is. A couple things about training real quick. We give you a complimentary ready to go system step by step. We give you a back office, track all your deals. You can get certified through our LMS. In fact, it's required. Plus additional training is rolling out there, additional curriculum. We give you all your promotion tools ready to go. We give you that Bank Breezy funding platform, complimentary. Everything you see here is free. Businesses could charge 5, 10 grand for a business package like this. We give it to you complimentary. It costs us a lot of money, but we give it to you complimentary. We only get paid when you get a client. Support community, you got a Facebook group community, plus you got your local live community groups, live daily coaching with our pros. We got real broker support that you can email and call in. They're real people. Maybe one day it'll be AI. Right now it's real people. Leaders win only when you do. See, the compensation of all of our leaders, broker leaders, is based on your success. They don't earn a dime until you make a dollar. So you're never flying blind, you're never flying alone. And our guarantee is that whole we don't make a dime till you make a dollar is not just your team, but we as corporate too. So we got a better way to serve. You have no fees to you, no risk to you, no fine print to you. Fast commissions are possible. And because we don't win unless you win, guess what's our best interest? You winning. Not you buying anything, not you paying anything, you winning. We win a percentage of your winnings. You see some of these stockbroker commercials say, we only earn off your growth. They earn a percent of your growth, and that's their fiduciary duty. Others earn a management fee. They earn money whether your stock goes up, down, and they get a fee of whatever your portfolio is. Whether you do well or not, they get paid. Recession, they get paid. They get a percentage of your investments. Some companies say, no, we only get a percentage of your growth. Which one's going to be more interested in your growth? I don't know. You can judge that yourself. But here, David Rutz, David Allen Capital, we don't earn a dime until you make a dollar. You think we have interest in you winning? You think I'm selling you into something right now? You think I can't wait for you to join so that we can pay money to support you and you may never generate a client? We want the right people joining because then we'll have success, because you'll have success. And we train you well. So in summary, nationwide reach, small business solution, proven platform. It's a real solution, real need, real impact. Okay. You can make a difference by creating your own money machine. You can get paid fast, get paid monthly, get paid on teams if you build one, and you're never alone. If you can follow a system and talk to businesses, you will win. So in summary, there's no barriers. So no excuses. We've taken them away. It's part-time anytime, no license required, except you must get certified with DAC. Takes about 3 hours of training. Zero to launch, zero risk. Work from anywhere. You can launch in one day. Heck, you'll be able to launch in 5 minutes. This works. The only question is it for you? And are you ready to move? I don't know. Where do you stand? 1, not for me. 2, tell me more. 3, let's go. Right? I'd say this, if it's not for you, you probably already left. So I assume it is for you or you wouldn't still be here, but I don't want to be presumptuous. Maybe you're a tell me more. This is what I could recommend. The best way to learn more is get involved. It's free. Worst case, you get involved, you go through the certification, the training, and you say, yeah, it's just not for me. Best case, you go through the certification. Even if you don't think it's really for you, you get a client 3 months from now because you're talking to someone at a barbecue and they say, I really need some funding for my business. Hey, I'm a certified broker with DAC. And you refer them to your website. Or you get started because you're a number 3, you're a let's go, and you sign up and you go, let's go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 4 steps of getting started for the 2s and 3s. The 1s, thanks for coming, right? Or stick around real quick. I literally will do this in 2 minutes. Your 4 steps. Number 1, get started. It's 100% on us. Whoever referred you is going to give you their invitation code. They're going to give you a link to their website, or they'll just give you their agent ID number. You need that to move forward. You're going to get a welcome email. In that welcome email is some instructions on what to do next. Save it. It's got your credentials in it, so save it. And then also, you're going to get a welcome email from DAC Training to start your certification. So enroll in that and get rowing. Get certified, watch for your online invite. Number 3, get going. Once you're certified, you'll know what to do. You start sharing the funding platform with others. And then get yourself positioned by helping your first client. Help your first client get funding. It feels so good. I remember my first client in this company and the way it made me feel. And then my second and my third. In fact, those 6 funding stories we gave for fuel, the expansion of this, those were my first 6 clients in this company. It was my first 6 personal clients, right? So here's your 4 steps. It's really that simple. And then as you're rolling, choose your path to success. There's different types of people who join. Some want to be solo brokers. Some want to be broker enrollers and solo brokers. Some want to be brokers, solo brokers, broker enrollers, and agency builders. You're like, man, I want to open markets. I want to have brokers in every major town and every little town and every small town. I'm going to help them get funding for their organization. We're going to join chambers of commerce. We're going to become an influence. Hey, great. Which path fits you best? Let your enroller know, and we can start helping you build today. I mentioned the next presentation Thursday night. We're going to be doing another presentation. So, you can, based on your relationship alone, I'm certain that you know some people that could come out Thursday. But um, I just want to thank you for attending. And that was a presentation. Now, just from my heart, we're here to take questions. We're here to hear feedback because that's why I'm here live. But I started this company because I had a business that couldn't get funding at a bank. And I had to merge that business, sell that business. Still in business today, but it's under a parent company of someone else. I don't control it. I have nothing to do with it except I get a revenue share. I was forced to do that because it was a growing business that I could not fund the growth, and the bank couldn't help me. I didn't own the building I was in. I didn't own the warehouse where we stored all our product. I rented it. So this is near and dear to me because every day I know of businesses that are struggling. Every day in your backyard, restaurants that you go into, they don't own that building. Unless it's a freestanding building that they bought and own and it's been in their family a long time or they built it, they don't own that building. They're renting it from someone else who built it or owned it. They can't get a business funding. What happens if they're growing? What happens if they have a broken stove? What happens if they need money? Why do 1 out of 5 businesses close in the first 2 years and 2 out of 3 in the first 5? Or the first 10, because of what I just said. Stuff happens. Even when you're growing, you need to fund the growth. You got to pay for up here. Even though your sales are down here, they're on this way. So you got to buy inventory for up here, staff up for up here, have operations for up here, have delivery systems for up here because you're growing like this, but you only have sales from here. How do you fund sales from here? You need cost up here. How do you pay for all that? It's called business funding. Where do you get it? The bank? Nope. Nope. That's where we come in. That's why this business exists. So if you want to be a difference maker, an impact maker in your community, if you want to help every little business get access to capital, and you want to know that it's the best offer available, it's not cheap. No bank funding is, no money is. It does cost more than a collateralized loan because you have to pay it off sooner. It may not cost more total cost, but you got to pay it sooner, so it feels like it costs more. It does cost more, but it's available and the client can say no. We're not saying no. Most of the time, we're giving an offer. They're saying no. That's such a liberating place because how many business owners, if you said to them, what could you do with your business if I got you 50 grand tomorrow? What would you do to grow yourself? Oh, dude, you don't know what I would do. I'm living check to check to check. What if we got you 50 grand? Oh, are you kidding me? I'd do A, B, C, D, or I don't know what I'd do. I can't even think like that. Think about it tonight. Dream a little. You know what impact you can make? I've helped businesses go from 1 location to 4 locations, giving them the money to do every one, and their sales are what got them approved, and their sales is what paid it off. They didn't have to put up their houses as collateral. We've helped so many businesses do that. We've got one approved for $400,000 right now, collateral free to grow $400,000. I think the biggest we've done is 1.5 million. I could be mistaken, but that's my memory. It's 1.5 million. That's the biggest we've done. Because remember, they got to be doing in monthly sales. So, but the fact of the matter, collateral free, give someone $500,000, $300,000, $200,000. You could help someone get $150,000 tomorrow. They could apply tomorrow and have it by the end of the day tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Yeah, as long as they're doing $150,000 a month in sales and they submit their bank statements, yeah, we can get them an offer and approve them. Say, hey, based on this business, they're doing $150,000 a month. We're willing to give them 150 grand for 12 months. They're going to have to pay back 1.2, so it's going to cost them 30 grand. So they're going to pay back 180. We'll give them 150. They pay back 180 over a year. Yeah, we'll do that. You're kidding me. No, not kidding at all. You know what they're going to do? They're going to take that 150 and they're going to buy another location. Is that okay? We don't care what they do with it. We trust that they're going to do what it needs. I mean, they're already doing 150,000 a month in business sales. They're pretty good. We think they're going to take this 150 and turn it into a lot more. And then we're hoping to get them a renewal. Do you know for every funding we get, we generally give, for every dollar we give, a renewal of another 60 cents inside of 15 months, where they come back for more money because they love what we did for them and they grew, and so they are able to get more money. and you get paid on it all. So if you have a passion in your bones for helping small businesses and you can learn our product, we'll teach you how. All you got to do is connect the dots. Any questions from anybody? Any comments from anybody? I already said what to do to get started. If you're ready to roll, just go roll, sign up and get going. Get certified. You can be certified by midnight. Any questions from anybody or any comments?
Looks like we have Matt Dahame has his hand up.
All
But
right.
before we do that, I would just say to check the chat. There's a lot of excitement and great participation in the chat. So take a peek at that whenever you have time. But go ahead and unmute yourself, Matt.
Hey, David and
You.
family. Absolutely the very best, most concise, heartfelt, clear minded explanation as to what the heck we're doing and how we can help businesses and why we're doing it. Man, good Lord. And I've been, guys, people watching this, I've been here for over 7 years, 7.5 years. And I plug into these things every now and then, or every call I can, to stay current, to stay plugged in, to stay aware and reinforced. And that's what this company offers. So if you're looking at this from the outside and you're thinking, is this real? Man, it's too good, and that's the problem because you really have to assess your own motivation here. If you have a good reason why you need to do something like this, this is provided for. Let's say complimentary. He mentioned, but it's a cost. There's always a cost. He's willing to do this. He's built this tremendous organization based on this model of enough people taking the reins of the horse and running with it. And
Yes.
there's enough people, 10%, right? So you're going to join, you're either going to do this or not. Human nature is such that people won't. Now, if you have a strong reason why, and he's mentioned that from day one, you're going to do it. You're going to be successful. You will persist, you will overcome, and you will be happy that you did, and you'll be successful, and you'll get into that feedback loop of success that begats, right, results and all that. But guys, I'm looking at this. I saw a two or three of them, very, very, I should say old, but former, actually canceled agents on the call. I'm like, we're building momentum, and he's created something. And I've done pretty well from afar and remotely doing this. My son Nick, who did or has done the Thursday training calls consistently, and we love this passion. We love the big philosophy, the big picture. What he covered tonight clarifies and articulates what we have a responsibility to do. If you feel it, if you see it, plug in, go for it. There is everything to gain here, nothing to lose. I just had to
Love it.
throw that out, my man.
Matthew, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. I wish your video's live. We could have showed you, but Matthew, guys, and I see Wendell's got his hand up. We're going to come to you in 1 second, Wendell. I'd be remiss if I didn't say Matthew is one of our top brokers. He's been broker of the month several times. We don't do that anymore, but when we did, he won it regularly, as did his son. And they don't have, like he said, if you have a reason why you'll do it, they don't have the luxury of being able to walk a town because they were transplanted to Argentina. They're literally on the other side of the equator, but because of technology, they're able to communicate with businesses back in the United States here through email and telephone. And it's allowed them to stay in Argentina, where Matthew's wife is from. And it's allowed them to stay there and continue to build their business from there, calling back into and emailing. But every time he travels to the States to visit family that's still here, he's always going to Home Depot and meeting business owners. He's always meeting people in their local towns, as is Nick, because it's so much easier. You guys all have an advantage. But like he said, if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. He's found a way, even living on the other side of the equator, and he's one of our top producers. So, thank you, Matthew, for the kind words and the compliments on tonight's presentation. Let's go to Wendell Cox. How you doing, Wendell?
Oh, there we go. Now I can unmute. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, loud and clear.
Sorry about that. Thanks so much. I wanted to hop back in here because I think at one point I was using Bank Breezy, I've lost my ID somehow. I've emailed support like 5 times and no response. And so I'm sorry to come on a Zoom and ask for a way to get a hold of somebody to have them either me call them or they call me, one of the two. So
Yeah. Are you where are you emailing?
from my email where I get the Zoom announcements from.
Okay.
Um,
So
and I have
not sure
access
why
to
the
his
emails aren't, they might be going to a no reply, but we answer every email within 1 business day. So
okay.
we actually verify that. But if you didn't get help, I apologize. What you got to do is just email support at davidallencapital.com.
I've
Sometimes you're
emailed like,
replying. So email
yeah.
support at David Allen Capital. Tell them you're an inactive agent and you're
Mhm.
trying to get active again. If you are not able to reset your password from your back office, you've probably gone inactive for not renewing. You got to renew
Right.
every year.
Okay.
So if you didn't renew, then you maybe.
And I'm happy to do certification and get renewed and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, welcome
And
back, Wendell. Glad
so
to have you. Sorry that you went inactive for a little while, but hey, it is what it is, and that's okay. And we're glad to have you back.
sure. I'll try to use a different email and hopefully they respond there.
Yeah, support at davidallencapital.com, and they would support people on here right now, and we'll get you rolling again. You may have to join again if you were canceled, because you go inactive for 6 months, and then if you don't renew, we email that you got to renew, got to renew, and then if you don't, you're canceled after 6 months, and
Okay,
you
so
have to
who
start over again.
besides support, is there anybody else that I can contact to get re
All you got to
re-enrolled or
do
whatever?
No, just reach out to support. You can call them too if you want. They're not in now, but 248-429-2227 is how you call them. But they got to verify things, so it's easier just doing it
That's
through
fine.
email. So
248-429.
2227.
Okay, thank you so
Yep,
much.
you bet.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back, Wendell. Thank you.
Thank you.
Um, any other? Hey, then let me just talk about Thursday for a moment. I just want to say this, guys. I think it's really important. We're here live. Sometimes you're going to bring a guest and they're going to want to ask a question that you can't answer, especially if you're fairly new. Thursday, Nick DeHame, who you just heard from his father, and McGuire Tate are going to be doing the presentation. They're going to tag team. It's our last presentation for a month, last broker overview for a month. They're ending in July. We ran them from May, June, and July, Tuesdays and Thursday night. So Thursday night they'll be doing one, and then it's off for a while. And you have your recruiting page, a broker overview page where they can watch a video, but they're going to have to just take their questions to you, of course, which is fine. But some of you may say, I got someone I want to enroll, but I'm afraid they might have questions I can't answer. Well, that's why we've been doing these live. So it's a great opportunity Thursday night based on your relationship alone. Who do you know that's got B2B experience? Invite them out. Who do you know that's a connector in your community? Someone who's always active in community things. They put on the parade. They're in the Chamber of Commerce. You see them in the coffee house all the time. If you're in a small town, whatever, they're at the football games, even though they graduated 25 years ago, but they're there at every game and they know every family member in town. Those people are community focused people. Who do you know that's community focused, active in the church, active wherever, in the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, the cheer team? Who's the volunteer coach in Little League? All these people they love connecting with people. It's a gift they have of hospitality and connection and service. And people who are service minded will make a lot of money in our company because they're leading to help the business owner. They're not leading with commissions. That's commission breath. They're leading as with the mission of helping the business. And then they help a lot of clients because it's effortless, right? It's really effortless because it's not work at that point. You're offering someone a benefit that they can't get without you, right? So people can apply to the business funders on TV, but if they're all in our network, why would they apply with them and get maybe a good offer, but probably get declined? The ones who advertise on TV are the hardest ones to get approved at. We have them, but we've also got a bunch of providers who will usually approve a client. So apply with us. And that's a great thing that you could take to market. And if you don't know that, the business owner doesn't know that in your town. So they call the one on TV and 5 out of 10 get declined. They go, yeah, I'm not even eligible for that. But they apply with us and 8 out of 10 get approved. In fact, if they meet our minimum requirements, over 95% of the time they get approved, unless they've already taken a loan like ours and defaulted on it. I mean, it's our minimums are you get approved. So the only reason people don't get approved is they say they're doing 20,000 a month, but they're only doing 7. We can't help reality if their numbers aren't 15,000 a month. They're not getting approved. Doesn't matter if they say they're doing 50. What are they actually doing? But if they meet our minimum requirements, are you kidding me? We get them a yes. They may say, "Oh, it's not enough money or the cost is too high." Okay, that's fair. If you go right now, in August, I'm going to Colorado for my son's pre-marriage. We're getting away, going away, his brothers, my sons and myself and a couple of his friends. And it's time to book flights. If you say I got a budget of $250 to go or I don't get to go, and you look on there and all the flights are 300 and 350, you don't blame Southwest. It's just what it costs. You don't go on the trip. If someone comes and applies with us and they need 50 grand and they only get approved for 22, we can't help that. They don't have the sales to support 50,000. All they can do is say, "Okay, I'm going to pass then because I need 50." No problem. We got you 22. We understand. That's why 80% of the people we get an offer for take it, 20% don't. That's our core rate. Our flex rate, it's more like 70%, 60 to 70% take the offer, and 30% don't. But they're not getting declined. And you'll have the confidence knowing your client said, "I'll pass." That's fun. That's fun. So we appreciate you being here. We got a heart for the business owner, and that means you too. If you didn't matter, this would have a fee. If you didn't matter, we'd be charging $1,900 to get started and another $99 a month and $499 renewals, right? And we'd still have active brokers because our system, our fixed costs are almost $1 million a year to provide this for free. So this isn't free to me, but guess what? The model works. We bring in enough brokers who get enough clients who do well. We keep a thread of it. We keep 20 cents for every dollar we bring in. We pay out 80 and we live on the 20 cents. And that's a good model. Some years it's super profitable. Other years it's barely profitable, but it's okay. It's a good model. And as we continue to expand this out, when we're doing $1 billion, 20% if we're doing $1 billion and we're doing 100 million in commissions, 20% is $20 million. I think we can afford to pay for our business with 20 million. It's a good long-term model. You don't have to worry about it, and you can expand as fast as you want with no barrier to entry to anyone. So I appreciate your time. I was just about to say goodbye to everyone, but I'd hate to not answer Carol's question. So Carol, you got a question or comment? Go ahead and unmute yourself and then we'll end it. Go ahead, Anna. I'm sorry, Carol. Are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Okay, so my one question is, how long is the certificate training?
Certification training, it takes about 3 hours. There's
Okay.
about 2 hours, 2.5 hours of videos to watch, and then
Okay.
you take short multiple choice quizzes, and each quiz takes, 5 or 10 minutes to complete. So there's like 12 of them. So you're looking at about 3 hours complete.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
It
it.
may take someone longer if they're, going slower through it or want to watch the video a couple times, but for the
Okay,
most part, it's about 3 hours.
thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your question. Tony Calloway says, "I don't have an enroller ID. Can you provide one?" We don't, what we say, Tony, is however you learned of DAC, go back to that person and say, "Hey, I'm interested in DAC," and they'll give you their enroller link. All right. If you say, "I don't have one, I just happened to stumble onto DAC," well, you stumbled onto something that said DAC. So who said something about DAC that you saw? That's who you want to go back and give credit to because they were promoting the business. And if something happened where you were in DAC and your enroller is no longer here, so you need a new enroller because you were canceled, just email support and we'll find out who your team is and get you started. Support at davidallencapital.com. Support at davidallencapital.com. All right. You were in before, Tony. Yeah. So you were canceled. So you can sign up back under the person who referred you originally. That's what we recommend. But because you were canceled, you can join anywhere you want. All right. We encourage you to go with people who enrolled you before, assuming they're still active. All right. Okay. Well, thanks everybody again. Between now and Thursday, who do you know? Invite them out. Have them come out. And tomorrow at 11:30, if you look at our daily schedule, Wednesdays at 11:30, Wade Cordell, our business funding pro, is going to be on to give a quick pro tip. And that's usually a 15-minute call. But more importantly, he's there to take your questions. You can only talk about this so many different ways. So he's there to take your questions as well. So get yourself certified and come on out to our pro call tomorrow. God bless you all. Have a great day, everybody. Certainly appreciate you all. Get started, join the team, get certified. Let's roll, make an impact, and make a nice commission for doing it.